Hello YouTube, thanks for watching. Edward here. Just want to shoot a quick video. Well, it probably won't be that quick, but hopefully it's going to address a few things that that's been on a few people's mind. I tend to use this channel to kind of like address a few things. I stay in touch with my team. I see what's going on. I get asked questions. So I tend to use this channel as a way to kind of like open up to those things and let people know what's going on, the direction I'm going in, and the things that I'm focused on and passionate about. But guys, before I get started, I want to say that yes, this video is going to be a bunch of things. It's going to address some confusions that have been out there, but it's also going to let people know that whichever way you choose to build your network marketing business or your affiliate business or whatever businesses you are passionate about working online, because that's what this channel is about, you do it your way, guys. You absolutely do it your way, because there's a lot of confusion going on, and I call it, a lot of it, fear mongering, whether they know it or not. And I see a lot of leaders doing it. I see people doing it in LiveGood, some of the LiveGood leaders. And I'm not making this video so much as a rant, or I'm not trying to call people out, and I don't want to bash people, because that's not the vibe that I'm in. I don't want to be in that kind of vibe, because that's what they do. And they believe that what they're doing is being ethical, and they say, and they frame it in a way that they're trying to protect you and all this sort of thing. But guys, at the end of the day, we're all adults. We can make our own decisions about what we want to do and what we want to focus on, and the methods we use in order to build our business. We've all come into different angles into this industry, the wonderful industry that we're part of here. And I don't necessarily call it network marketing, because it's all evolved so much over the years. I've come into this with a different background than some. I've done the mass marketing, I've done a lot of email marketing, I've used a lot of systems, and as I do a lot of videos as well, because I'm here on YouTube. I do video emails, and I love that. And if you've gotten a message from me because you're close to me and I've replied to you because I wanted to get a proper message to you, you've probably received a video email from me. It might have been in the form of an audio, but it was using tools like Loom and stuff like that. So this is what I want to talk about today, about tools, systems, things that can help, but they're not going to be for everyone. And I've always framed it like that. So I might talk a little bit about my background, because that might help as well, just to show you to see where I've come into this industry and what's really helped for me. But just know, the bottom line is, guys, I have ADHD. Whether that's a real thing in your opinion or not is another thing, but I do struggle, and I've found certain tools to help me. That's not to say that I think that these tools are available to everyone, only to people who are dyslexic. Of course not. I am resourceful, and I wouldn't say that necessarily I'm technical, although some people would label me as technical. What it is, guys, I suppose I've lived in Japan and I've lived in Asia for most of my adult life, and I'm surrounded by people who don't really speak my language, and I've learned the language pretty well, certainly enough to get by. But honestly, when I run my own business, some people ask me, are you the kind of person that's really into multiple streams of income? And the answer is, of course I am. Absolutely I am. And I think we should be. I mean, come on, people like Richard Bransons of this world, and Grant Cardone, and I could go on and on. They will tell you that absolutely multiple streams of income is just absolutely, it makes sense. I mean, get onto television and just look at the Shark Tank, or look at Dragon's Den or whatever. And people are pitching business opportunities all the time, and it's a real thing. So having one stream of income is just crazy. But guys, having said that, it's got to make sense. I have rules. I have a code, and it's my code. They're my rules, but I believe them to be ethical, of course. And I'm into tools. I like tools. I like systems. I like things that can marry up with each other, harmonize. Otherwise, my dyslexia, my ADHD is just going to go boom. I can't handle this. I get overwhelmed. I panic. So when I get into different businesses, or I check things out, and I'm being introduced to stuff pretty much on a daily basis, most of it goes way over my head, probably because of my ADHD. I just can't handle a lot of stuff, and I'm not going to be looking at a whole lot of stuff, or it breaks my rules. And the reason why I have rules is because I know I have ADHD. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to label things. It's not about labeling things in life. It's about just doing it your way. But yes, I have come down to a few set of rules that if it doesn't align with what I believe in, I'm not even going to spend a few minutes on looking at a video about that opportunity. So usually things can really instantly click with me. And then that's not to say that I'm going to jump all in at that stage. Of course not. I'm going to take it to I'm going to look a bit further, do more due diligence, check it out, this, that, and the other. But one of my rules, if it doesn't align with this particular rule, I'm probably not going to take it any further. I'm happy with LiveGood. That's my primary business. And I probably wouldn't look at anything else that kind of like conflicts with that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. That's just my rule. I'm probably not going to look at another health and wellness business, even if they don't have a product that's similar to this. But that's not just because I don't think that that's the right or wrong thing to do. And I would never, ever bash anyone for choosing to do that. But for me, it would just feel overwhelming. So I don't see myself. It's like if you start up a restaurant, you wouldn't suddenly start up another restaurant just across the street. What would be the point? Or I don't know, like you wouldn't start a restaurant and then really tell everyone you're really passionate about launching this restaurant, and then all of a sudden you invest in another restaurant. I mean, maybe those are bad examples, but I think what I mean. I'm not trying to say this as trying to be logical or whatever. That's just my rule. When I look at multiple streams of income, I would more likely go into stuff that are related to tools that can sort of help what I'm already doing. It might be, for example, take Leads Leap, for example. I love Leads Leap because it's a mailing list that I've been needing those kind of tools for years. And my success in LiveGood has Leads Leap a huge part in that, because I built up a list. And that's what everyone is doing. I mean, take any of the leaders in LiveGood who say that systems don't work and you don't need a system. And I built LiveGood right up to diamond without a system. Well, that's great. But are you going to be able to do that? How's that worked out for you? Think of it. They still use systems whether they know it or not. They're using Zoom. They have a following. They have an account on Facebook that has a huge following. They got muscle in the industry. They've been involved in different business opportunities over the years, and they've shown their face on these Zoom calls in these different business opportunities. People recognize them. That right there is attraction marketing, and people use that as a system, whether they know it or not. And so there's a lot of people in those previous companies, whether they're in, My Daily Choice, or whether they're in this other, LiveVantage, or whatever business opportunity they were in prior to joining LiveGood, they still got their face out there. And I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing, but that's what happens. People will gravitate towards you because you're using systems. That's kind of what it is. But most people can't do that, all right? They have to resort to things that they're not going to be able to do in order to follow you. So that's just, to me, when someone says I built LiveGood to diamond without a system, I mean, come on. I mean, great, you went to diamond, that's brilliant, but don't say it like that. Don't frame it like that, because of course you used a system. Systems are real. And systems are great. I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying that, tell it how it is. People have muscle in the industry. How do you think they built that muscle up? They've got followings. They got a list, whether they know they have a list or not. That's what a list is. Take it back to the old Amway days. I got into Amway back in the mid to early 1990s. And the first thing they told me to do is to write out a list. There's that word again, list, guys. You need a list. I'm sorry, if you're not building a list, you're not going to have people to talk to. And just because I build a list doesn't mean that I'm using some kind of crazy automated, sit back and do nothing type method or system. No, guys, I use a list because it leverages what everyone else is doing in a more of effective way. I can see where people are getting excited. I can narrow down that list. I can see who are the active ones. I can segment my list. I can filter people based on their activity level. And so I know what's going on. It's just sensible. I couldn't do it the way a lot of network marketers do because, like I say, lists and mailing lists and the systems that I swear by have done it so much, have helped me to do it so much easier. And once you learn how to do those things, it's great. So guys, for me, systems work, tools work. And yeah, the system that I'm looking at right now is a company called Talk Fusion, and it's been around since 2007. I have been in it before, and the reason why I love that, I don't know, it might be a kind of a crazy thing to say, and it's certainly not the only reason, but I remember it was 2 days before my birthday, and somebody sent me a message, and it was a video. It was the first message I got. Now, of course, from their point of view, they're a marketer, they're in the game, and most people get blocked from me because I just get overwhelmed. But for some reason, he sent me a message on Facebook. It was 2 days before my birthday. It was a happy birthday. It was a nice design. It was a video. And he sent that in a personal way. And I actually had to be honest, I liked it. Most things go straight in the garbage and I'm not interested. But for some reason, that actually resonated with me. And it triggered something. I saw what they were doing, and I'm a marketer, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm in the game, and I respect what they did. They are pitching something, sure, but they did it in a nice way. So that's what I'm saying. And I saw Talk Fusion on that video, and I thought, crikey, well, what's this? This looks nice, and this is a good way that they did it nicely. So guys, at the end of the day, you could have a tool and you could abuse it, and people will hate you, and then they'll hate the tool that you're using. Or alternatively, you can use a tool, the same tool, but you do it in a good way, and people will love you for it, and they'll probably look at the tool that you're using, and they'll probably join and buy it. What changed? It's the way you deliver it. It's your code. It's the way what you do with it. It's like a combine harvester, or you can use a combine harvester to do something a little bit better than a sickle. If you use a sickle, it's going to take a long time. And I think that that's what network marketing has been over the years. It's just, it takes a long time to do stuff. But with email marketing and building a list and building a following in this way, it's just going to be a lot easier. Yes, and people say, well, you need contacts. Well, that's the whole point. Yes, these big leaders who bash these kind of platforms, they have contacts. And how do you think they got those contacts? Guys, you've got to build something. That's business. So if you're going to open up a shop on the high street and you just sit and do nothing and expect people to come through the door, they're not going to. You've got to market your business. If you go and present yourself in front of Dragon's Den or Shark Tank and you haven't got anything to prove, they're going to hammer you. They're going to absolutely hammer you, disgruntled, and then that's the end of that. But it's the same. Network marketing is about the easiest thing you could do. So start now, build a list. And if that means something different for you, if that just simply means get onto social media and start building up a following, that's great. If that means, if just simply building a list means that go on YouTube and start building subscribers, that's the same thing. But for me, these platforms are not going to control how I manage my list. I want to own that list. That's my list. These are the people who I value and I work with. I can control. I can look after them. I can support them. I can email, follow up with them. But guys, I'm dyslexic. I prefer a video email. That's what I'm talking about. And if you got a message from me, you probably already received video emails from me, because I do that. I use platforms like YouTube, obviously, and Vimeo, and I've got a bunch of platforms. But I would rather consolidate and use a platform like Talk Fusion that just makes sense. And if I can monetize it and make a little bit of money at the same time, why not? I'm going to downgrade my Loom. I'm going to downgrade a lot of stuff that I'm not going to need anymore. And also the analytics and building up an email list at the same time. Great. I've got one tool to do that. And it's not very expensive. So but if it can help me to pay for that, then albeit. I'm not interested in tools that are not going to help me. And I'm not interested in tools that say or label that they are a tool that's going to help when they actually don't help. Because there's a lot of that junk around. And I get it. They don't last, because some of those tools, people get excited about them because it's all about the compensation plan. But the good news about Talk Fusion, for example, is that it's a great platform that's proven since 2007, and they're just launching the new system as we speak. It's going to be out very, very soon. And I'm excited about that because they have been proven. And it's not just about the compensation plan, it's about the product itself. You get a lot of people who are just not going to be necessarily looking to build that business. They're going to be just wanting to stay as a customer. And there's a lot of people already just loving that product. So that proves that the product is real. It's of high quality value, and it makes a lot of people a lot of sense. It serves a need. All right, that's what I'm into. I got to get all in on the product side. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense to me. So, but yes, it's got a business opportunity. And people have said, oh, they're bashing it's got a binary compensation plan. I just don't do binaries. Yeah, me too. I hate binaries on the whole, but this is different. And I know you've heard that before. You don't like hearing that word. This is different. It's vague and it doesn't make, but guys, this binary is powerful. It's not like your typical binary where your growth gets strangled and you can't make the money. You can't get results on both your legs as much as you would hope. Of course, it requires effort. We're here to run a business. We're entrepreneurs. We put in the effort. So for those of you who have good ethics and your work ethics are that you're willing to put in simple effort into and follow simple instructions, I think you could make this work. But it's not going to be for everyone. But it's a tool that I'm going to be using anyway, and I already use it. I'm just going to be downgrading a lot of stuff that I won't need anymore and end up saving money. So yeah, this makes sense. But I don't see how this actually conflicts with what we're doing here at LiveGood. I love LiveGood and I will continue to love LiveGood, but I believe that this is going to help me in a lot of areas in my various business opportunities and multiple streams of income that I'm involved in. It's going to help me grow my marketing tools that I'm passionate about sharing on this channel, because it is a tool in itself. And I'm getting ready to launch this. So if you're interested, get with me. We haven't launched the new phase yet, but I will be in touch. But you need to get in touch with me privately, and I'm happy to provide you some more information, and we'll take it from there. So guys, yeah, I'm excited about it, and I'm going to be pushing this, and I really don't care what people think. These people will continue to bash, but that's up to them. Anyway, it's getting a bit noisy in the background, so I'm going to say goodbye, guys. Thanks a lot. Cheers, guys, and we'll chat soon. Bye for now.